Hi guys, I'm going to give you a very brief overview of the Google Classroom protocols. You will receive these in writing so that you will know all of the steps, but we did want you to have an idea of what the classroom grades 2 through 12 should look like across Royse City ISD. The first thing is we have a naming convention. The first part of the Google Classroom name should be the teacher's name. The second part of the classroom name should be the subject or the grade level. So maybe it's Mrs. Blaine, third grade math. It's also important that this year we're using the Google Meet link in the Google Classroom. So that way they know where to find it, how to get there. Another important thing that we tried to encourage teachers to do in the spring is to be sure that the classwork notifications are turned off in the stream. We don't want that stream inundated. We don't want the kids to treat it like Twitter. That's not the place where they find their classwork. Teachers will also need to decide how they want their students to be able to interact with the stream. Maybe that's where a teacher will post a couple announcements or ask a question, so they want the teachers or the students to be able to comment. That's a teacher preference. If we go to the classwork section, you'll see right now we have 3 topics. Number 1 rule, everything you put in the Google Classroom needs to have a topic. The first topic at the top of the Google stream is going to be information. And in that, the first thing they'll see is campus-wide announcements. To be quicker, I've already opened all these up. But the campus-wide announcements is where teachers will post anything you send out to your whole student body. So whether it be by video, a hyperdoc where they can find information, a newsletter, a s'more, those things will be posted here in this one link, not multiple times. So I like to use Google Slides. Someone else might like to use Google Docs. The second thing that they'll need to see is the Google Meet calendar. Now, teachers need this whether they are online or in person, because we never know when we're going to have to pivot to a remote instructional situation. So they need to be sure that they still have this there. Students know it's there. Students know where they can immediately find it. The last thing in the information section is the weekly overview. And that is really more for parents or for kids that may be a little ADD, have trouble focusing. They can look at this at a glance and know what I need to do in order for it to be counted present in my class each day. The elementary agenda will look a little bit different. We'll go over that with the elementary teachers, and we also have a sample classroom set up for the elementary principals to take a look at. The second topic is additional resources. This is the place where teachers can post things that students would need to come to often. So maybe it's those sites where they practice their math. Maybe it's a tutorial on how to add a doc to the Google Classroom, but anything that the students need on a regular basis. Again, I chose slides because I can see more than one thing. I can have a different page and add to it if I needed to. And the last section is the classwork section. The first thing at the beginning of every classwork section should be the week's hyperdoc. Again, I personally prefer slides. That's what you're going to be working in today. It's a lot more flexible as to what students can add and need to do and get back to, but some teachers might prefer a hyperdoc instead of a hyperslide. If this was your classroom and it was Monday, all you would see was Monday here. So we wouldn't want everything to be posted, because for attendance, they can't do that work until the day of. Otherwise, they can't be counted here. So teachers will need to know how to schedule it to do in advance. And that's easy to do, and we will teach them how to do that. So we want you guys to have time to go through the slideshow we've created so that you can see a model of what a teacher could create. And we used a template. We didn't create from scratch. We just came up with our own ideas. And this could be used in class or in person. That doesn't make sense, in class or virtual. So browse through, please, everyone needs to finish the Google Classroom, and then go choose one other area to work on and respond to. But please take a look at those 5 assignments so you can see how they're different. Let us know if you have any questions. We're looking forward to helping you have a great year.